Hello everyone, I'm having trouble with my wife.
I'm Davey Crockett.
And I'm lacking humility.
Imagine driving in freezing below temperatures with snow or ice on the ground. You could be driving home, work, or you could be traveling. Next thing you know, you slide or you get stuck, and it could take an hour or more before help comes, even if they're coming. And your top priority is to stay warm. So we bring you the thermosuit.
So hypothermia occurs when the body loses heat faster than it can actually produce it. You're actually considered in a hypothermic state when your core body temperature drops below 95 degrees, and roughly 8,000 people die every year from hypothermia. A common misconception about hypothermia is that it actually can only occur when you're outside, but that's not the case whatsoever. You can actually get it when you're inside as well. The second main pain point is car breakdowns. There's roughly 32 million people that need roadside assistance every year. So at some point they're going to have car trouble when it's cold outside. All 50 states actually have experienced freezing temperatures at some point, and 1 in 3 cars will break down in the next 12 months. And here's just a picture of the United States when all the temperatures were below freezing at one point, including Hawaii, which is crazy. So we decided to go a little further, take that next step into research. We actually did a survey of 50 students, and the first question we asked was, what do you wear to stay warm in the winter? And the second was, do you keep something in your car to keep you warm if your car were to break down or maybe you have car trouble during the winter? And what we found out is actually less than half of those students actually wear coats during the winter, which is actually crazy because it's freezing. I mean, today it's, 23 degrees outside. And when it comes to the car breakdowns and keeping something in their car, more than half don't have anything in their car that will actually keep them warm if they were to be in trouble. So our solution to the hypothermia problem, with the thermosuit, it's lightweight, it's compactable, and made of an inner layer of conductive material, which allows the heat to transfer across your body. When the thermosuit is exposed to air, it allows the heating packets to actually start heating up to about 102 degrees, which will keep your body warm. And it's also waterproof, which is crucial to prevention of hypothermia. When it comes to the car trouble, it gives you ample amount of time. So the thermosuit will actually stay warm for about 10 plus hours, which gives either time for people to come help you or you to get to help. Or maybe even fix your car, but we'll get to that later. It's also vacuum sealed, so it can fit in a glove compartment or in a bag. And we'd also like to present this idea to car dealerships. We feel like there's a market there. Maybe sign a deal with them to actually have those built into cars already. So you not necessarily have to buy it out on a shelf. That is a possibility, but we feel like there's an opportunity there.
Okay, so to give you an idea of what the design will look like, we're going to have these heating packets, and we're basically going to have netting here to actually allow the air to activate the heating packets. Those heating packets will be connected to a conductive material, which will be encapsulated by an insulated material to actually trap the heat. And then we strategically place them in the groin area and under the underarms, because those are the areas of the body that lose heat the quickest, so we can actually prevent hypothermia. For a price, we came out to $97, everything taken into consideration. That's at retail cost, so for us to actually produce it, it'll be a lot cheaper because this is at retail cost. A few industry trends and drivers. A new study by the American Automobile Association says that with new technology, it actually hasn't decreased the amount of drivers who are stranded on the roadside, and that breakdowns are happening even more often than they have ever before. Also, according to AAA, winter weather leads to a soaring number of car breakdowns. Another interesting fact is that automobile makers are actually eliminating the spare tire, which is not an ideal situation if you're stranded, and could possibly make room for our thermosuit.
So what are our opportunities? So who's our target market? Obviously, we kind of stated a little earlier, the car industry as well as car owners and people who live in freezing temperatures, and that can vary depending on the state. or maybe even the country. Our market size is huge. There's roughly 263 million people just in the U.S. that own cars, and there's 36,000 car dealerships in the U.S., and that's not even including other countries. So there's a huge market there for it. And we've also done extensive research, and there's no product on the market like this. There are variations that have features of the thermosuit, but they're also a lot more expensive and not as efficient. So what is our product service differentiation? Why would someone choose the thermosuit over another heating solution? Well, it's more cost efficient. Winter coats can often cost, upwards of $200. It's easy to store and easy to initiate in emergency situations. So here we decided to draw up our competitive advantage chart. As you can see, it's broken down into 4 different features, and it's checked off in the box for the thermosuit for all 4 features there. As you can see, our competitors do struggle against us.
Our value proposition: for civilians who need to stay warm in dangerously cold situations and impossible hypothermic state. The thermosuit is a cheap, compactable solution to keeping you warm when your life depends on it. Unlike the electric blanket, which is expensive and must be plugged into a power source, thermosuit is much more cost effective and is a quicker way of warming your core body temperature. At the end of the day, we do not want you to end up like this guy. We hope that you can invest in us so we can begin to save lives. Thank you.